Hi, welcome back to another edition of this series on kids' mental health amid COVID-19. I'm Justine McNulty, one of the social workers with the Yarn Prior and District Family Health Team. And today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of self-care as a parent and as a caregiver to little ones right now during this unprecedented and very stressful time. If you are like me and this new reality has changed the structure of your day, then it's important to recognize the importance of self care for you as somebody who is looking after these little people. One of the reasons why this is so important is so that we can stay as calm as possible when we're caring for our kids whose needs have revved up right now because they're under a lot of stress, they're noticing all these changes, and they're not as able to articulate how they're feeling to us right now as adults would be at this time. One of the things that I hear a lot about in my work these days is this struggle that parents are now having with their kids being at home all the time, with balancing the time for themselves to recharge and spending time with their kids. I hear the word guilt. I hear the word indulgence, selfish, even when it comes to this idea of taking time out from their kids to take care of themselves. One of the things that's important to remember if you're feeling that way is that if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to be able to be effective in caring for anyone else. And that's why it's important to make sure you do take time out to take care of yourself. One of the other things that may have changed if you're someone who typically works out of the home is that that time away is gone. And daily routines that you may use to incorporate into your self-care, like going to the gym, are also not available right now. So some things that you want to remember are to be creative in how you're going to construct this time of self-care. Think about things that you need. Think about things that are recharging, regenerative for you, and try your best to incorporate those into your day. Remember too, if the guilt rears its ugly head, or this feeling of, not being there for your kids in those moments, that you're modeling a very healthy habit for them. By taking time out of your day and taking care of yourself, you're teaching them that it's okay for them to take care of themselves as well. It's also teaching them the importance of boundaries and letting them know that you're human too. And just like them, you have moments where you need to take a break and take care of yourself so that you can better take care of them and their needs. One of the things that can be helpful in doing this is creating some structure or routine in your day. Everything has been kind of turned upside down in terms of routines, so reinventing your own one at home can be helpful. And think about, if you have a partner or even if you don't, times where it's a little bit easier to try to take time out for yourself. And with that, also make sure you include flexibility because you never know what each day is going to bring right now. And with that means if you schedule self-care at 9 a.m. and it doesn't happen, that doesn't mean that you can't take time out and do some self-care later on in the day when it's more easily manageable. Another thing that's important to remember is when we do take care of ourselves, the reason why that is good modeling is not only because you're teaching your kids that it's okay to do that, but also because of this thing that we have called mirror neurons. So I'm going to teach you about these little guys. So mirror neurons are these neurons that we have in our brain that help us read social cues and respond to social cues in appropriate ways. A good example of this is yawning. So, you know how people say yawning is contagious? Well, it's not actually contagious, but what is contagious is that when you see someone else yawn, your mirror neurons are firing and it causes you to mimic the facial expression of the person who is yawning and then causes you to yawn as well. This is also the reason why we're more likely to cry in the presence of somebody else who is crying and becoming emotional. And what can happen too is if you are upset, angry, irritable, your facial expressions, your reactivity, your physical body language is also contagious to your little ones. So if you take the time out to take care of yourself, you're more likely to be calm, level headed, and that can be contagious in a way, activating their mirror neurons in moments of high stress to enable them to remain calm because they're going to see that you are calm too. I'm going to be posting some links to the Facebook page as well today on different resources that you can use to help you manage self-care at this time, and to just talk more about the importance of self-care. Remembering it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Another resource that can be helpful if you find that you're struggling, if you have kids that are particularly challenging right now because of pre-existing developmental issues or mental health issues, or just because you're finding it really stressful, there are alternative additional resources available that can help you out. One of those agencies is PLEO, so the Parent Lifeline of Eastern Ontario. I'm going to post a link to their site as well. They still offer services, although differently, so virtually through video as well as telephone, that can help you, help your little ones, and help yourself at this challenging, stressful, difficult time. Thank you so much, and I hope you tune in again. So, tomorrow we're going to be talking about the importance of structuring your day and ways that you can do that with flexibility so that you can help yourself and help your family at this time.